What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Automation, and today we're going to be redesigning an engine for a 1996 Hummer H1. Those things came with like 100 damn horsepower. I know like the later models down the road have like 300 horsepower, and that's great for them. The electrical one has 1,000, but like, I don't know. Something about the 1990s Hummers. That engine shouldn't even be shoved in there in the first place. I know they were trying to do it as like a cost-cutting measure. It was still a V8, I think. I think it was a V8. But, yeah. So we're going to redesign an engine for that car. I know GM already beat me to it and already redid the engine, but still, I'm going to see if I could get a more modern touch to it. Not going fully electric, but not shoving a big, heavy-ass V8 in the car. Something lightweight, but it's very powerful to where it can actually support the weight of the car off-roading. So, I'm thinking of an inline-6. Yeah. Huge surprise, but I'm putting an inline-6 in a several thousand-pound Hummer. Why? Why the fuck not? I'm gonna make it a 4-liter. I'll make a 4-liter inline-6. And we're gonna just make it produce some decent power. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna make it so that even fucking BMWs are jealous of this inline-6. Compression, maybe like 12. Cam, a little bit of a sporty one. VVT, maybe like 8,000 RPMs. Like, it's not that high. Turbos, twin. Obviously, we need big ass turbos. I don't think we need to run 13 psi boost. You can tune up the AR trim to 50, just halfway mark right there. Injection. We're modernizing the engine, so we gotta have all the modern tech in it. Let it? Yeah, probably putting. Shut up. We're putting ethanol blend in the frickin' car. Rich. Putting racing valves on it. None. Oh shit, it makes 971 horsepower. Okay, I don't think we need turbos. Yeah, okay. 450 horsepower. That's more reasonable. We don't need turbos. We absolutely don't need turbos. Oh, jeez. $9,000 RPMs. This thing will be screaming. Because it got a higher torque, I'm going to cam this fucker out. So increase the... that out. Jeez. Unleaded fuel, it makes 486 horsepower, which is actually more power than the V8 they shoved in the car later down the road, which made only 300. Voice crack. But it only made 300, so we're almost just under 1.5 times that in the V8. And this is just an inline-6 naturally aspirated engine. The V8 was a 5.5 liter, I think. It might be a 6.6, I forgot. This is just a 4-liter. And it's making more power. And the power band looks very linear. The torque band is very smooth and constant throughout the entire power band. Like at start, you're making 400 meters. At peak, you're making 523. So, not a lot of difference. Usually, they start down here around 100 newton meters and keep going up until 500. Not with this car. It starts at 400 and goes up to 500. So you got tons of torque throughout the entire power band. What the fuck is a precat? I have no idea. But damn, this is the setup. It's a tiny little one. Actually, let's just put turbos on. I think it can take a tiny bit more juice. But we don't need it that much. Oh. A larger turbo. I want to see how big I can increase it, just barely. Do we need 64s? Oh yeah, we need 64s. $59 mils. Let's just bump it up to 60 mils. We can just shit that boost. I mean, it's also spooling quite nicely right now. We're running less than 1 psi of boost. Usually cars run like... Okay, I guess that is the only thing we can do. We're gonna shit you back down to 50. We're gonna run 10 psi. So now it makes 790 horsepower and 846 newton meters of torque, and there's a very massive bump. Oh shit! What the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do? There you go. Fixed it. Very low RPM, so you just instantly get that jump. When you're off-roading, you need power at lower RPMs. Which is why sometimes electric cars actually are better at off-roading, because they have the instant torque to grab onto it. But sometimes too much torque can also cause tire spin. So very linear power. We're starting at 60 horsepower. Or 59 horsepower. And then gradually increasing power. So we got the linear spool, so you don't actually go too much power or too little power. You got the whole power band. And as you guys can see, there's not a lot of cliff hanging right here. So you can just mash the throttle and be fine. So this is a 4-liter Twin Turbo Inline-6. This should be in a sports car, but it's in an off-roading Hummer from 1996, excuse me. And there's a twin turbo lettering on the side of it. That's pretty cool. Let's give it a... Like a Hummer. It literally sounds like a goddamn Hummer. A V8? Nah. Replace it with a very light V6, Inline-6. I know the Ram is actually switching more towards Inline-6s for off-roaders because they took out the Ram TRX, which had a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 from the Hellcat, and replaced it with the Hurricane 3-liter Inline-6, I think. I think it's a 3-liter Inline-6. Twin turbo, and makes 400 horsepower, which is kind of half of the horsepower of the V8, but I mean they're switching more to that, so but it does have a very smooth power curve, unlike the V8, which just very mild, and then supercharger. So there's that. I mean, look at this graph. It's very meek and mild. It's pretty linear. Towards the end, it's a little bit shaky, but that's okay. It is not as reliable than the IRPMs, as you can see, but it is producing not 800 horsepower in a Hummer inline-6. So you're not going to expect reliability to be on the chart. The compressor is also getting pretty hot, but I'm sure they can add technology to help with that and everything. So yeah, that's my Hummer redesign. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys next.